The seventh and final season of SEAL Team premieres this Sunday on Paramount Plus. And joining me now is star of the show, Toni Trucks. Toni, so excited to get to speak with you about this show and its ending, which is sad but exciting all at the same time. So, Toni, how are you?
I'm doing well, Blake. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me. So, kind of let's just start with this. Tell viewers just kind of very generically what they can expect from this final season of this show.
Very generically, I think you're going to find the SEAL team out of their comfort zone, and they're all going to be wrestling with a lot, and they're going to have be facing the ramifications of Jason confessing to having TBI last season.
Oh, okay. That's a good tease. I like that. Now, obviously the show kind of covers so many important messages and important themes, but the big thing is really just kind of the idea and kind of what military life looks like. So, how do you feel like this show has kind of portrayed military life, I suppose?
I think it's kind of rounded out the scope of what military life looks like. I think sometimes we can get a really narrow perspective of what it means to be in the military and what that is. And this has kind of expanded everyone's world in terms of what it looks like to be in the military and what it looks like to be in the military family. And so it's definitely, made that world bigger from my perspective.
Yeah, no, I love that. Well, and I think it's interesting because it's something that affects so many of us, right? But a lot of us will never experience what the actual lifestyle is like. So it's interesting to be able to see that portrayed on TV in such a positive way that SEAL Team has done. Now, you play Lieutenant Lisa Davis. So I want to know, what's it been like for you kind of playing this role, embodying this role? And then also, what's it kind of been like for you, having to part ways with her?
Sure. Well, it's been wonderful playing this role. I mean, I have been so uh, fortunate over these past 7 seasons to get to play such a wonderfully strong, smart, tenacious character that is just constantly rising in the ranks of the military. And as a Black woman in the military, it's even better. And so I'm happy to be able to shine light on stories that don't know often get told.
Yeah, I that is so well stated. Now, do you think that there's anything maybe you'll take with you kind of now that the show's wrapped and you're, kind of saying goodbye to her, anything you'll take with you from Lisa into kind of your own life?
Absolutely. I think, Lisa Davis is filled with grit and tenacity, and she is has laser focus on succeeding. And I'm going to try to take a little bit of that with me. I love that about
Yeah, I think we could all use a little bit of that, right?
her. Yeah.
Something else that I just learned recently was that veterans have actually worked on this show. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Veterans have had such a huge part of the show, from every department. We have producers, writers, actors. In every department of the crew, you can find a vet. And it's been so invaluable for us to portray these characters because even the person that is, my doing my costume, he is reminding me what all my different ranks and, flair and everything mean and, when to wear my hat. Like the details are always getting tweaked when you have access like that on a set. And so I can lean over at any moment 2 feet away from me and say, this feels crazy to me, but what would somebody in this moment actually feel like? What would the temperature of this moment be? And that's really helped our storytelling so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having that firsthand account is like invaluable information, right? That's so, so cool that you guys have had that. I love that piece of it. Now, I know that this cast has been pretty close. So, what have you loved most about working with your cast, and what will you miss about them most?
I'm gonna miss so much about every person. They've all had such a different impact, and they're all so different. But I'm gonna miss the camaraderie of us being on set together, and Judd Lormond, who plays my boss, Lieutenant Blackburn, on the show, and I have gotten so close over the years because we just had so much time together, and I'm really gonna miss being with him a lot, and we've just endless laughs. Like I just think of how many days I was crying laughing with working with Judd Lormond.
Yeah. Well, Toni, one final question for you. Any
Yeah.
just final quick message for the fans that you want to share?
I think I want to say thank you to the fans for all these 7 seasons of support, and I really hope they enjoyed this last season. There's a lot of twists and turns, and it's going to be very powerful and suspenseful. And I think that they won't be disappointed. And I know they'll be sad, but they won't be disappointed in how it all wraps up.
Yes, yes. Well, I think that's a perfect summary of what they can kind of look forward to. Toni, thank you so much. SEAL Team this Sunday, Paramount Plus final season. Don't miss it, and best of luck to whatever's next for you, Toni.
Thank you so much.